our stream, but we're showing you quite a bit more than just GB3 testing. There's a lot on. Let's switch the camera and get to show you some of the brilliant angles around this venue. We've also, I can see directly behind me, I've got Keanu Al-Zahari. I want to try and get an interview with him once he's finished, done talking, but fast, rapid sports cars navigating their way around this venue. A venue which needs speed and talent because there's grass, there's gravel that will ruin everything very quickly for you if it is not handled right. Everyone's still pushing on. Also, I did see Abby pulling right when I was having lunch. Lunch was quite fun. But of course, we had nothing set up. I was sitting down on a table. Yes, I was sitting. I do sit. I don't just stand, everyone. I do sit. So that was going on. Yeah, we're getting the full we're getting the full effect for you. All the sports cars as they navigate their way rapidly through this complex of corners. Well, we're watching a straight, but there's a lot more done. There's a lot more done to other parts of the circuit. There we go. Picking up the speed, picking up the speed. Faster and faster and faster. Of course, with the amount of turns this circuit has, there is quite a bit of... It's quite a bit of a challenge. They finally get to relax a little bit with the speed they're carrying. As we just watched Dion Goda go past a driver who we were able to speak to earlier. He's doing a dual campaign in Freca and also in GB3. Now, the reason why I started stumbling across my words and I've lost my train of thought is because we have lost Keanu. I mean, I couldn't stare at him. I couldn't stare at him for the entire duration of this. So we had to just look away. And when I did look away and bring you some of this action, he was able to make his escape, which is quite sad. Hopefully I'll see him again. I did see him at lunch. So hopefully I'll be able to see him again. Once again, these engines, very, very loud. I mean, on the F1 weekend, for example, F1 isn't the loudest. Neither is F2, neither is F3. It's actually the Porsche Mobile 1 Super Cup that is always the loudest. Here we go. Fast, rapid cars. If anyone is coming to us for GB3, I believe that will be coming to us later on in this session. One more session to go for them. Through. It is a very loud area. It is a great area to be at. And still waiting till we get the cars. We get the flashing of the headlights as well. Full effect given. The absolute full effect, whether we needed it or not. Here's some of the minis. Number 76 going through. What I love about this is you've just got different types of machinery. They're all blasting past each other. They're all going on the charge. Exactly like that. Exactly in that manner. As we now wait and see. The outside high tech at this stage. Rodin are over there. Might move myself a little bit more down in this paddock if we can find some space. Here we go. A bit of high tech equipment coming our way. We'll make sure we're properly out of the way. We'll properly make sure that we are all set. We're over down at Road in Motorsports. So it's quite funny. It's quite funny that we keep bumping into Dion Goda. He's walked past again. He's the driver who we are seeing the absolute most out there on the circuit. It's quite remarkable. We have Haley saying hello. Hello. See the different activities take place. I can see Abby pulling quickly coming, so I'm going to try and get an interview with her as well. Hello, Abby.
Yeah, you're right.
Yeah, I'm okay. Quickly, can you give us your thoughts on the F1 Academy Championship from last year?
Pardon?
Can I quickly have your thoughts on the F1 Academy Championship from last year?
Yeah, it was really good. Really, you know, from my side, couldn't have been any better. The perfect year, to be honest. No stone unturned. And
What's the goals ahead of GB3 this year?
I think just have a really positive year. Keep learning the car. You know, it was our first run out in the wet today. So just continuously learning. Yeah, and hit the ground running.
Okay, best of luck. Cheers. Right, everyone. That was Abby for us as well. We were able to get it. We weren't able to get the camera, unfortunately. Pointing the right way. Hello. Everyone's saying hello in the chat. Lovely to see. As you see, a bit of activities now go on. Well, the circuit's interesting, but also the paddock is. I feel like really, really getting interesting as we speak. We've got a bit of football going on. Which, I mean, we can't really complain about if there's any football going on. If we take a look. Directly behind us quite a bit. Unfolding. You're taking a look though at Brands Hatch Circuit. You do see some of the things. Red Bull Junior as well. These two go at it. Here we go. I mean, I've got something to commentate on at least, which is quite fantastic to see. Looks like they're all getting treats. Fantastic stuff there. Okay, roaring past. Once more then. Down to the corner. Well, we've had a lot of time here, but the reason why we're bringing you mostly shots from here is, you know, bumping into F1 Academy champions. Fun. I mean, we are for GB3. This is all a bonus, so I'm trying to bring you, well, of course, angles of this because you don't want to see a boring paddock. To be fair, I mentioned boring paddock, but there's quite a bit going on directly behind us, which I can currently see. To be fair, it wouldn't be the worst thing to commentate and bring you at this stage. A bit of fun and games. We've also got high tech going for it. All of the exercises, all of the prep that the drivers do as well. I mean, if I knew the driver names, I would. Absolutely. Commentate on this battle. In terms of football, which you can see as well. You've got the ball over there. They're absolutely going for it. You get the high kick coming in as they both battle their way through. Oh, we're going to get a third member joining this party in a couple of moments' time. We're going to make sure I'm giving them all the space in the world that they possibly could need. Here's the fun that you only see on JBMotorsports, everyone. A bit of football fun going on here. Oh, they ran off. Oh, they're going to go do that behind the scenes, I believe. Okay, well, that was fun while it lasted, everyone. That was fun while it lasted. Enjoying it. We have seen quite a bit of it today, to be fair. Drivers playing around. I noticed my shoelaces are a little bit untied. So that's going on at the exact same time. Well, here you go. Back to my face for a couple of seconds as these guys continue roaring their way through. Loads of fun. Just seeing what everyone's getting up to in this paddock. Quite a bit of fun. Hair's turned into a mess, that's one thing. Anything else? Any other information I need to give you? Not a lot. Now, one thing I am annoyed about is the YouTube thing wasn't working. Now it's working, but it would have been nice for you to actually be able to see Abby talking with me, rather than just hearing it and you completely seeing something that wasn't us. So that's quite sad. That's quite sad. But at least we were able to get an interview in. At least you were able to fully get that. Okay. Right, let's go back. Let's turn it back around. And let's turn it back around and see them all making their way through once again. More and more drivers pushing on when it comes to the sports cars, making their way through at rapid speed. So there we go. We've got the red light. We've got the confirmation that we need in terms of the microphone working. I accidentally turned it off, which is definitely a possibility. If anyone's wondering what type of exercise and what type of activities go on for a driver there down at JBMotorsports, you can see some of them right now playing out. That's the intensity. That is the level that they're all working at. And that goes on for different drivers, different teams. Usually some of the drivers, as we were just watching, have a bit of fun together. Start kicking around a football. All of the one-touch games and everything. I'm happy though it's become sunny. I'm happy it's become dry. You know, it's nice. It's fascinating that we're able to get some good weather conditions today out of everything that we've seen. But as Abby Pulling was just mentioning to us, it is really, really great to be able to see and great to be able to tell. We're going to get a bit of the football back going in a couple of moments' time that we're going to get to commentate to you as well. But yeah, great stuff. Great that we are able to see. It's good experience when it comes to F1. It's good experience when it comes to wet running around this circuit for someone like Abby Pulling, as she was mentioning. The one-touch football continues. At the same time, down that road, we've got tennis we've got a tennis racket, we've got a ball as well. Fantastic. Well, a certain someone knows quite a lot about rackets and balls and everything. Let's not go into that. Who doesn't like a bit of the Red Bull fun though? A bit of the fun going on behind the Red Bull Junior, getting involved, playing with some of his fellow drivers at the exact same moment. Now I can't see. Now due to the sun. Now before, earlier on, it was so wet that I couldn't see anything that was on my phone. Now it's becoming sunny that I can't see. But I'm happy we're able to bring you a bit of all from the day as the ball now comes over to us with the drivers continuing to play around. We'll continue to go back to that action as well, along with everything that we're seeing. Great little hit from the high-tech TGR driver. Now I wasn't expecting to commentate any football today, but you know, it's just the day. It's just the way the day works. These drivers will be spending a lot of time together in the paddock, and it's some great activities as well that they all get up to in their free time like this, especially on a testing day. The sun's finally out, so the paddock's becoming a little bit more fun. No one else is hiding under cover. You've got tennis being played once again down at Rodin. I mean, this is only Rodin, and this is high tech as well, with a couple more drivers jumping in. But across the board, really, if I look down, we're seeing quite a bit of activity, and it's really, really nice to see. Everyone just getting involved and jumping in. Some of the fun out there. That's the Mini going by on our screen, and now it's becoming so hot as the tennis gets a little bit more interesting. On the other side, back down to the circuit though. Still pushing on. I feel like now it's getting so hot that I need to take my jacket off. Well, that'll be fun. Go back to the football. We check up on the tennis. Looks like that's coming. Oh, the ball ended up on the other side of the Rodin motorhome. Not what you want. Not what you want at all. Okay. The ball's coming our way once again. Does it look like I'm going to have to get involved? There you go. Little hit. Given. Getting a little touch on the ball. Basically pointing in the right direction, pretty much. Rodin once again continuing on. Yeah, I'm basically giving the basic kick, not an expert when it comes to football. Absolutely no technique. So just give it a little light kick to point it back in the right direction. As the last thing I need to do is lose their ball. As I'm a tennis ball coming our way, as well as you can see. Some of the activities that they're all getting up to, really, really nice to watch and enjoy. Along with all the action on the circuit, I mean, we are here to see cars roar by our picture, but I'll be honest, I'm kind of enjoying this, being able to see three different things. Don't tell me the road in tennis match is coming to a close. I think they're continuing. Are they? Or are they stopping that? The football's also coming to a close at the exact same time. It's really, really fascinating to be able to see and watch all of these cars as they navigate their way through. We've got a truck coming our way as well in a couple of moments' time. So that's a car. That's a vehicle coming our way at the exact same moment. There we go. There we go. Pushing on. There's some of the cars as they roar by. Luckily able to eat some fries before this. They still push on. Number 21 going by. We've got another car coming our way as well. You can find information on who's driving, who's behind the wheel, what car it is, through TSL timing. And perfect, I mentioned that. I can see the road and drivers are getting ready, so I wonder if we're about to get some stuff going with this. But as we mentioned, TSL Sport timing, they'll be providing our timings across the season, and of course they've been a huge part of our running when it comes to the British Touring Car streams, which is also going on at this moment in time. Right now, all eyes are on cars pushing on. I can see an overtake going on further back. I'll wait for them to arrive to the top part of the circuit. We've got a normal car that's leaving the paddock. This paddock area that's right parallel to the pit lane as well. It's a motor race at this stage. You know, a day like this would be incredibly fun. A day like this would be incredibly fun if, let's say, we had Formula 2 going on or something. My identifying skills would be perfect at that. I can tell you who's going around every time. Now this is the one and only time you'll get this covered on JBMotorsports this series. Well, to be fair, we are considering doing the entire package, but in terms of we won't see these sports cars navigate their way through. At least for another year. Maybe it'll change next year. Who knows? Considering we like increasing series, everything's possible. There we go. Number 18. This is just shouting numbers. But if you do have TSL timings open, at least it helps you identify who's pushing on every time through. So, we've got a Mini coming our way. Number 76. Number 1 is overtaken. And you've got the 27 who's just gone by our shot as well. Number 17. Number 75. Number 43. I love shouting numbers. I hope you can tell. But, yeah. Pretty much a very different style of broadcast. This we are running compared to what you're going to be getting, the professional side of things on the touring cars. It's all action and it's all fun here. Just sit back, loud engines, me shouting over them, drivers playing football, tennis, The team's doing all sorts as well. It's what I love. It's absolutely what I love. And I'm so happy it's dried up. Incredibly happy that it's dried up, and we are able to properly get some running in. There we go. They will continue pushing on and pushing through. Incredibly happy that we were able to find this paddock. Well, I would have continued to wander around in the other one, which you can still see actually on the other side over there. The other paddock, the other seats. I was in the wrong one, and I was like, where on earth are the teams? I saw Rodin, but that was their British F4 team, I think, over there. This is where, I mean, this is specifically Rodin GB3. So you've got a Rodin Motorsports name, you've got the GB3 on the side as well. So it's very clearly that. Here we go, number 75 pushes on. Another sports car coming our way. What's going on further back? Just going to let this car go through. The drivers are having quite a bit of fun. I can tell on the other side. They're a little bit more near to us. Would get involved. God, that was loud. God, that was loud. Now, it would be really funny if I knew who every single driver in this paddock was. I'm telling you, then it would be quite a lot more fun. Let's say if it was a paddock like full of F1, F2, F3 drivers, then it's just very fun because you know who absolutely everyone is. But I mean, I've got drivers here that you know don't really know, including some that I will be in GB3. But I mean, when you first cover a series, you don't unfortunately learn faces. You learn teams. You learn basics at this stage. So I'll get used to it. I'll get used to it. I mean, if we were to do this at the end of the season, then it would be quite a lot more fun. But maybe next season. Maybe next season we can come back. And I'm hoping next season it doesn't clash with British Touring Car Media Day or any of that. So then we can get Tom Cairns, we can get other people here as well. And we can get some proper broadcasting in for this championship. But I'm looking forward to how it's all going to work this year. And hopefully we're going to be able to get up to quite a bit of fun and enjoyable racing. And that will be the main thing. 3 races, of course. I think the action for this is coming to a close now. And we're going to get back to our single-seater stuff that we love. Which is going to be fun, unless we're heading back onto the surface. Cannot tell. Of course, the checkered flag gets waved when it comes to down the start-finish straight, but yeah, we're currently back in the waiting phase over here at Brands. Okay. Anyone else coming our way? I've seen some people about 10,000 times today, which is really fun. But yeah, you just wish you knew names and a better understanding on everything as well. You have all the different drivers along with their teams, along with their parents, who will make their way through around a circuit like this. Loads of recalls, loads of cars. But it is great when, let's say, the British F4 cars go past you. GB3 don't come here because they, of course, the GB3 ones stay in the pit lane. They don't actually move from the pit lane. Well, because I'm just gonna let these people walk past, so it doesn't look like I'm actually specifically filming them. But for example, this over here, you can see the garages on the other side, and in those garages, we find ourselves with, of course, the cars that get put in there, and they stay there. So British F4, all of those other series, they get pushed back to the other paddock that we were in actually earlier on. None of that here. So it does mean, as the wind picks up and my hood comes onto my head when I don't need it. But it does mean that we see, and that we get to see some cars really closely going by. And I'm hoping we get that very shortly, because I want to be able to actually on camera be able to twist this and do it, because I've actually seen it in person, but you know, I want to give you guys the same effect of getting hyper close as possible to a car. But I do feel like they're not going to hit me. That's the only way. We're heading onto the circuit. I think GB3, we're finally going to get you some GB3 proper coverage of this as well, because loud engines are firing up. They're making their way through around the circuit. They'll come our way in a couple of moments as well. And hopefully when they do so, it looks like we are getting a bit of GB3 action coming in to play. There we go. Flying past our camera shot. Absolutely roaring past, down off, through the corner. It's always incredible to see. Really, really fascinating with these new machines that have DRS as well, which makes overtaking a little bit more easier. They are flying by around this circuit. The number 10 going by. We'll see who else we can grab an interview with today. But it's always very interesting to see these cars in person, and it's really going to help with the season that we have coming up. We have Keanu, who navigates his way through in a couple of moments. There he is in the number 6, the driver who is backed, as you can very clearly see, by the Alpine Academy. Number 14 going by as well. But I'm really, really looking forward to this season getting underway, and yeah, we can finally show you a bit of GB3 after showing you absolutely everything under the sun. GB3 full test. We're getting to all the footage, we're getting to all the interviews. We've got one of the marshals just walking behind us. Now with GB3 out on the circuit, it gets a lot more busier, absolutely everywhere. I think I can see Alice Powell as well, which we're going to try and get an interview with in a couple of moments' time. We'll definitely have to try it in a bit of a quieter moment in this session, because right now it is loud and it's not very clear how much you can hear of me, just because of how loud it is. But the cars pushing around this circuit. It's so fun to watch these talented drivers, the stars of the future, even before they reach Formula 3, and even before they reach that level. There goes the Rodin. It's going to be really fun this year, watching these cars in action. I think even in races like race 1 and race 2, even in those type of races, we're going to see a lot more overtaking with the DRS now. With the aid of DRS, we're going to get a lot more overtaking. I think that is pretty clear. Race 3, we already know it's very exciting due to the reverse grid, and it gives someone else an opportunity who may have not been in contention earlier on in the weekend to fight at the front of the field. So as a whole, it's a lot of fun, and it's amazing to be able to watch and witness these cars out there. I mean, you truly don't understand how loud these machines are until you're actually out here around this circuit. The number 20 pushes on, the number 6 pushes on, which, as we mentioned, was Keanu. Some great angles. Just making sure my shoelaces are tight. Now, the circuit will still be damp, of course, to some degree. It won't be your usual, it's been sunny all day type track that we may get. It's not going to be your usual that. So it's still tricky. It's still incredibly hard to manage for these drivers. Still mistakes are possible. And even in the dry conditions when they're pushing at such high speed, everything's possible. Pretty much. There we go again, number 14. Myself, Tom Cairns, Wes is also going to be joining as well. I'm really going to have a great time hauling this championship this year. Hyper competitive, so many talented drivers as well. And I think there was a high chance that if Freddie Slater was doing this full time, that he may have possibly dominated or done really well in this championship. But it looks like that with, of course, his dual campaign and most likely his priorities heading to FRECA, this championship will have two contenders, hopefully for our championship. Another driver to watch this year, a major name, Deegan Fairclough, who is really a talented star. And I was discussing with Wes about 2 weeks ago, before I came to this event, about the fact of talents that we're going to have coming and hopefully who I'll be able to see and meet. And while I was doing that, he did bring out Deegan, and well, he mentioned to me that he thought that he thinks that Deegan is a driver who's absolutely set to make his way through to Formula One. Kind of like what we say about Freddie Slater. Kind of like what we said about Kimi Antonelli. High Tech just taking their equipment now directly behind our camera shot. Now we're going to show you a little bit more we'll show you a bit more about the speed of when they arrive into this corner. Really rapid. They arrive at a speed which to one of the highest points on this circuit. And then it's not a hard braking zone. It's a big switch and turn down through this part of the circuit, pushing back on foot to the floor. So it's all action. It's all exciting. And a lot of work going on behind for the drivers. We're about to get Keanu Al-Zahari pushing on. Number 19 goes through as well. And then we get to the number 20. Also on the charge. Also on the attack. And then, wait for it. Well, we've seen the number 14 quite a couple of times, haven't we, today? A really fun event this is turning into. A really fun day. The last opportunity for these talented stars to get themselves a drive, for a full-time seat this year. The last opportunity for the full-time drivers who know they're racing to get their last preparations in before the new season begins next week on Saturday. They're going to be straight into action mode. It's not going to be a calm start to the season. We'll be racing around the P circuit of Silverstone. to start the season. We'll have the first two races. Race 3 will be the chaotic one with the reverse grid, and that will take place on Sunday. I cannot wait. Cannot wait. We've got, of course, Formula 1, Formula 2, and F1 Academy out Saudi Arabia this weekend. But looking forward to starting the season for GB3 next week. And along with that, the week after then, looking forward to also starting Freca. And also Italian F4. Those two championships will also begin. We watch the momentum that is carried by these talented stars out of the corner in your picture, down this stretch, and all the way through to the flat, fast, rapid corner, which you can see the Lucas Oil sign directly at. Very easy to just get yourself into the grass, and for then there to be some issues. Just gonna push on a little bit more. I feel like we're showing you a lot at the same path. So I want to go a little bit more down in the pit lane to see if there's anything else interesting going on as well. We've had some great driver activities out there. And we're looking, of course, to see a little bit more of that now as they push on. You can see number 10 getting very, very tight. Do you want to get an interview, if I can, with There we go, we've got to the exciting bit. You've got cars out there on the circuit. We've also got a bit of driver activities going on. Plenty of exercising, exactly what we were referencing earlier on in the broadcast. And then you also have drivers on their phone. Drivers on their phone as well. You have it all. You have video games. You have absolutely everything. As we take a look at some of the activities that go on. Some skipping that's going on and being perfectly executed as well. May I just add? As you can see, over, down, out, excel. Oh, never gets old seeing these cars. Every time they navigate their way through, it's always rapid, it's always high speed. We've got a van just leaving, which is going to interrupt our little fun that we're having with I think the van is trying to leave. I'm just going to make sure I give it all the room possible in the world for that to be the case. So God, I've just noticed the Arden truck is, goodness me, the Arden truck is so hard to get into. They have to basically put some big cans in there just so they can use that to climb on top of it and to use a bit of base. As we go back to some of the activities that are going down, a bit of filming as well going on. As I think, let's continue our walk down the paddock just to be able to show you a little bit more. And my lace keeps getting untied on my shoe. So I just want to make sure I can really get it. But it's currently being, but I think we've been able to do it. Thank God. I will not be too good if I end up tripping as well. So gotta keep an eye on, of course, all the traffic that's coming behind us. There's some driver pictures that are taking place. We're getting involved as well. We're giving it a little bit of screen time. We'll get completely out of the way. Can move the snacks going on in this part as well as we go past KMR Motorsport. We've already mentioned Virtuosi earlier on in our broadcast. This is the number 10.